All right, here we go. Why he tests you, how to make him chase you. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that every single one of us has faced, whether we want to admit it or not. Being tested, and not just being tested, but also the art of making him chase you, not in the sense of games or manipulation, but in the sense of understanding your worth and commanding the respect and attention you deserve. See, life has a funny way of putting us through trials and tests. We often ask ourselves, why me? Why now? But let me tell you something. That test isn't meant to defeat you. It's meant to reveal who you really are, the strength you carry, and the resilience you possess. Life doesn't throw things your way to break you down. It's there to show you what you're made of, to challenge you to rise, to dig deeper than you ever have before. You see, growth doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when you're stretched, when you're forced to stand taller, when you can't see the finish line, but you trust that it's there. The test is meant to make you uncomfortable, to force you to deal with things you'd rather avoid, to strip away the excess until all you're left with is who you are at your core. So when life tests you, it's not about the pain, it's about the progress. It's about the person you become because of it. But listen, I know we live in a world where everyone wants things instantly. We want the quick fix, the shortcut, the immediate results. And that's where patience comes in. You have to understand that not everything that's worth it comes quickly. The best things in life take time to build. They take time to grow. And that includes relationships. I'm here to tell you this patience isn't just about waiting. It's about growing and evolving during the wait. When you're tested, and you will be, it's your time to grow into the person you need to be ready for what's coming next. It's your time to dig deeper and ask yourself the tough questions. Can I endure this? Can I hold my head high while I wait? Can I trust that everything is unfolding as it should, even when I can't see it? Now, before anyone can chase you, before anyone can really understand your value, you have to understand your worth first. You see, many of us settle because we think we're not enough, or that we'll never get what we truly deserve. But the truth is this: you cannot expect anyone else to recognize your worth if you don't recognize it yourself. You are valuable. You are deserving of respect, of loyalty, of love, and the only way to get that is to first respect and love yourself. When you know your worth, you don't have to chase anyone. You set the bar high, and you don't settle for anything less. Now, in relationships, whether romantic, friendships, or even professional emotional space is important. Sometimes you have to step back. You don't need to be available every moment. When you give yourself the space to focus on your own growth, when you put your energy into what matters most, your own peace, your own success, your own happiness, that's when the other person will begin to see what they stand to lose. Emotional space doesn't mean playing games. It means standing firm in who you are so they can see the real value of what they could have with you. And let me say this loud and clear. Confidence is key. Confidence is not about being arrogant or showing off. It's about being unapologetically you. When you know your own worth, when you walk in your truth, when you carry yourself with integrity, people can't help but notice. Confidence demands respect. Confidence is magnetic. And when you carry yourself with that confidence, not only will they chase you, but they'll be honored to be in your presence. Finally, you have to let go of control. That's right, let go. You can't control everything in life, and when you try to, you only end up frustrated. The key is to trust. Trust the process. Trust that what's meant for you will come to you, and what's not meant for you will fall away. Sometimes you just have to release the reins and allow life to do its thing. Because when you let go of that need for control, you create room for the right things to enter your life, whether that's a person, a new opportunity, or a new chapter. So remember this: when he tests you, It's not to break you. It's to elevate you. When you know your worth, when you have patience, when you create space for yourself, and when you walk in your confidence, he will chase you. Not because you're playing a game, but because you're a force to be reckoned with, and he'll realize that what you offer is a gift, not something to be taken for granted. Now go out there, stand tall, stay strong, and let him chase you. But more importantly, chase the best version of yourself, and everything else will follow. Life often presents us with challenges that can feel overwhelming. But these challenges, these tests, are not designed to break us. They're there to build us, to help us uncover the strength that we might not even know we have inside of us. When life throws obstacles our way, it's not just to see how much we can endure. It's about revealing what we're capable of overcoming. Sometimes the hardest tests come when we least expect them, and they force us to dig deep. These moments test our character, our resolve, and our ability to adapt. They bring out the truth of who we are, not just on the surface, but at our very core. Tests are a way of stripping away the distractions, the things we hold on to that don't truly serve us, so we can see what's really important. When everything else falls away, we're left with the most powerful version of ourselves. These tests show us our own potential, the strength we possess that we might not have realized was there before. They teach us not to back down in the face of adversity, but to stand firm and fight, even when the road ahead looks uncertain. The challenges we face in life, however difficult, are never meant to keep us down. They are designed to push us beyond what we think are our limits, to stretch us, and in doing so, to help us grow into the people we were always meant to become. It's in the testing that we truly learn about resilience. Resilience is built not in moments of comfort, but in the moments of struggle. When things aren't going as planned, when we're on the brink of giving up, that's when our true strength shows up. And it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, even when we feel we have nothing left to give. These tests are the moments that define us, that shape us, and that ultimately lead us to greater heights. If you're going through a test right now, don't think for 1 second that it's because you're being punished. It's an opportunity, an invitation to rise. The test is the opportunity to level up, to evolve, and to come out stronger on the other side. It's a challenge to find the greatness within you that's waiting to be unlocked. So when life tests you, remember this. It's not about breaking you. It's about making you stronger than you ever thought possible. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves seeking instant results, quick fixes, and immediate rewards. But some of the most valuable things in life cannot be rushed. The journey to success, personal growth, or fulfillment often requires time, patience, and persistence. Patience is not just about sitting idly and waiting for things to happen. It's about growing and evolving during the wait. It's about continuing to push forward even when you can't see immediate results, knowing that the process is just as important as the destination. When you're facing challenges or trying to achieve something significant, you may not see instant success. The path is often filled with uncertainty, frustration, and setbacks. Yet it is during these moments that patience becomes your greatest ally. It's not about enduring for the sake of enduring. It's about trusting the process. Believing that every step, even the ones that seem slow or insignificant, is bringing you closer to your goal. The work you put in, the lessons you learn, and the growth you experience during the waiting period all prepare you for what lies ahead. Patience teaches you to trust that things will unfold in their own time. The truth is, things don't always happen when we want them to, but that doesn't mean they won't happen at all. When you develop patience, you stop rushing through life. You begin to appreciate the journey, the ups and downs, the wins and losses, because you know each one is contributing to your growth. You understand that good things take time, and that true success is not something that comes overnight, but something that is built over time, brick by brick, choice by choice. During the waiting periods in life, you'll encounter moments of doubt, frustration, and even fear. But remember, those moments are part of the process. They're there to test your resolve, to challenge your belief in the bigger picture. When you trust the journey and have patience with yourself and your progress, you learn to stay focused and keep moving forward, even when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. Patience is about having the strength to keep going, even when the path ahead seems unclear or difficult. By embracing patience, you give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. You stop comparing your journey to others, knowing that everyone's path is different, and that success comes when the time is right for you. The key is to keep moving, keep working, and keep believing that what you are doing now is preparing you for something greater down the road. Patience allows you to trust that everything you're going through, every challenge you face, is molding you into the person you need to be to achieve the things you desire. And in the end, that slow and steady progress is often what leads to the most lasting and meaningful success. Before you expect anyone else to chase you or value you, you first have to recognize your own worth. You need to deeply understand who you are and what you bring to the table. Self-worth isn't about arrogance or thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about knowing your value and standing firm in it. When you understand your own worth, you set a standard that others will either rise to meet or fall short of. If you don't believe you are worthy of respect, love, and the best that life has to offer, then how can you expect anyone else to treat you any differently? The foundation of knowing your worth is rooted in self-awareness. It means recognizing your strengths and acknowledging your flaws without letting them define you. You are not your mistakes or your failures. You are someone capable of growth, someone who can learn, evolve, and continue to improve. The more you understand and embrace who you are, the more confident you become in the way you carry yourself. This confidence, however, is not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and knowing that you deserve the best, regardless of what others think or say. When you truly understand your worth, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop tolerating relationships that don't add value to your life. You stop accepting situations where you're undervalued or disrespected, and you stop chasing after things that don't align with your values. The moment you recognize that you deserve the best is the moment you stop pursuing anything less. People can only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. So when you set the bar high and never lower your standards, those around you will either rise to meet you or be left behind. This recognition of your worth also empowers you to be discerning in your choices, whether it's in relationships, career decisions, or personal goals. Knowing your worth allows you to make choices that align with your values and long-term vision. You no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone because you already know who you are. This makes you an attractive force, not because you seek attention, but because you radiate confidence and self-respect. People are naturally drawn to that energy, and it becomes clear to others that you are someone worth pursuing, worth investing in, and worth respecting. Ultimately, understanding your worth is a game changer. It shifts the way you approach life and relationships. When you know your value, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop looking for approval or chasing after people who don't value you. Instead, you walk with the knowledge that you are deserving of love, respect, success, and all the blessings life has to offer. This self-awareness transforms not just how you see yourself, but how others see you too. When you embrace your worth, Others will start chasing you not because you're playing games, but because you have set a standard that demands nothing less than greatness. In any relationship, whether personal or professional, it's essential to create space, not just physical space, but emotional space as well. Too often we feel the need to be constantly available, to respond immediately to messages, to drop everything for the sake of others. While it's important to be there for those you care about, it's equally important to establish boundaries that allow you to focus on yourself. Emotional space doesn't mean distancing yourself out of indifference. It means taking time to prioritize your own well-being, your personal growth, and your goals. It's about creating room in your life to breathe, to think, and to grow without constantly being pulled in 100 different directions. When you create emotional space, you start to understand the value of your time and energy. You stop giving it away freely to people who don't respect it or appreciate it. This doesn't mean cutting people off or building walls. Rather, it means recognizing that you are worthy of being treated with the same respect and consideration that you extend to others. By setting boundaries and taking time for yourself, you show others who value yourself and your needs. This emotional space allows you to focus on the things that truly matter, whether that's your career, personal development, or just your own peace of mind. When you make your own growth a priority, you show that you aren't afraid to invest in yourself and that you are worth that investment. This emotional distance doesn't just benefit you, also benefits the other person. When you step back and give someone the space to miss you, to appreciate what you bring to the table, you allow them to see you in a different light. If you're always accessible, always giving, always present, there's no room for someone to realize how valuable you are. It's in the absence, in the moments when you aren't always around, that people begin to recognize what they stand to lose. By creating space, you make them realize that your time, your attention, your presence is something to be earned, not something to be taken for granted. Emotional space also gives you clarity. It allows you to see the dynamics of your relationships more clearly. When you're constantly entangled in someone else's life, it can be difficult to see where you fit in or whether the relationship is truly serving you. Taking a step back helps you understand what you really need, what you're truly getting from the relationship, and whether it aligns with your goals and values. If you always give in, always put others before yourself, it's easy to lose sight of your own needs, your own desires, and your own path. By creating emotional space, you not only give yourself the freedom to focus on your own journey, but you also create the opportunity for more authentic, more fulfilling relationships in the future. Ultimately, emotional space is about self-respect and balance. It's about giving yourself the time and energy to be the best version of yourself and ensuring that those around you recognize your value. When you create space, you send a powerful message that you are not available at all costs. You are someone who has boundaries, someone who is worthy of respect. When others see that, they begin to understand that they have to earn your time and attention, and this makes your presence even more valuable. Confidence is not about pretending to be someone you're not or boasting about your accomplishments. It's about embracing who you truly are and being unapologetic about it. It's the quiet strength that comes from knowing your own value and walking through life with your head held high, regardless of the challenges you face or the opinions of others. Confidence starts from within. It's an internal shift that happens when you fully accept yourself flaws and Alan recognize that you are enough just as you are. When you stand in your truth without fear of judgment, you radiate an energy that attracts the right people and opportunities into your life. When you have confidence, you stop second-guessing yourself. You stop wondering if you're good enough or if you belong in certain spaces, you understand that you are deserving of success, love, and respect. This inner belief doesn't mean you don't face doubts or insecurities. It means you don't let those doubts control you. Instead, you acknowledge them and then move forward anyway. Confidence is not the absence of fear, it's the ability to act in spite of it. When you trust in yourself and your abilities, you're able to take risks, make decisions without overthinking, and step into the unknown without paralyzing self-doubt holding you back. Confidence also means setting clear boundaries and not being afraid to enforce them. When you know your worth, you know what you deserve, and you're not willing to settle for anything less. You don't accept, disrespect, or tolerate situations that don't align with your values. People sense this kind of confidence, and it creates an aura of respect around you. It encourages others to treat you with the same level of regard because they recognize that you are not someone to be taken lightly. And when you carry yourself with that type of self-assurance, you make others want to chase you not because you're playing hard to get, but because you're embodying the strength of someone who knows exactly who they are and what they bring to the table. Confidence isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about embracing the journey and knowing that you are worthy of every step along the way. It's about owning your narrative and not letting anyone else define you. When you stand tall in your confidence, you set the tone for how others treat you. You send a message that you are someone worth respecting, someone who has worked hard for what they've achieved, and someone who continues to strive for greatness. You don't have to be loud to be seen. Your quiet confidence speaks volumes, and it's that energy that draws people in and makes them want to be a part of your life. In the end, confidence is magnetic. It doesn't require you to seek approval or validation from others. It's about knowing that you're already whole, already capable, and already enough. And when you live with that mindset, you become someone others not only respect, but genuinely want to be around, because you're not afraid to own who you are. When you walk in your confidence, the right people, the right opportunities, and the right relationships will begin to chase you, because they see someone who is unapologetically powerful in their own skin. Letting go of control can be one of the most difficult yet powerful things you can do in life. We often spend so much time trying to orchestrate every detail, planning every move, and micromanaging every situation because we believe that if we don't, things will fall apart. But the truth is, life doesn't always go according to plan. And sometimes the best thing you can do is step back and trust that things will unfold in their own time. You can't control everything, and when you try to, you only create unnecessary stress, frustration, and tension in your life. Sometimes the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, has a bigger plan for you, one that you can't always see from your current vantage point. When you let go of control, you allow space for growth, for change, and for unexpected blessings to come your way. It's about surrendering to the flow of life instead of resisting it. This doesn't mean giving up or not putting in the effort. It means understanding that there are some things outside of your power, and trying to force them to fit your timeline or expectations is not the path to true success. Trusting the process is not always easy. It requires faith. It requires belief that what is meant for you will not pass you by. It takes courage to release your grip on the outcomes and allow life to unfold in its own way, at its own pace. By letting go of control, you also release the burden of perfection. We live in a world that celebrates the pursuit of perfection, but perfection is an illusion. No situation, no relationship, no experience is ever going to unfold exactly how we imagined it. And when we try to control every detail, we miss out on the richness of life that comes from embracing the unexpected. Life is messy, and it's in that mess where we often find our greatest lessons, our deepest growth, and our truest happiness. When you let go, you give yourself permission to be human, to make mistakes, and to learn from them without the weight of perfectionism holding you back. Letting go also means trusting yourself. It's about knowing that you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way, even if it's not what you planned for. When you let go of the need to control, you create room for new opportunities and experiences that you may have never considered before. Often, the things we try so desperately to control are the things that hold us back from stepping into the unknown, from taking risks, and from seizing the opportunities that life presents us with. When you trust the process and trust yourself, you open yourself up to the possibility of something even greater than what you originally imagined. In relationships, letting go of control means giving space for the other person to be who they are without trying to change them or force them into a mold you've created. It's about allowing people the freedom to grow, to make their own decisions, and to follow their own path while still supporting them in their journey. When you stop trying to control others, you create a healthier, more authentic connection. The people around you will feel respected, valued, and trusted, and that trust fosters stronger and more fulfilling relationships. Ultimately, letting go of control is about surrendering to the flow of life and trusting that you are exactly where you need to be. It's about releasing the pressure to have all the answers and knowing that life will take you to the right place at the right time. When you stop fighting against the current and let go, you begin to experience life in its fullest form. You experience peace, freedom, and the incredible joy of knowing that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, even when the path ahead is uncertain. In conclusion, life's greatest lessons often come through the tests and challenges we face, and it is how we respond to these challenges that defines us. When we know our worth, have the patience to trust the process, and create the emotional space to grow, we become unshakable. Confidence is not about perfection, but about owning who we are and standing in our truth. And when we let go of the need to control every outcome, we open ourselves to the amazing opportunities and experiences that life has to offer. The journey may not always be easy, but when we understand that these experiences are shaping us for something greater, we begin to embrace the path with a sense of purpose and strength. Remember, you don't need to chase after what is meant for you. When you walk in your power, trust yourself, and value your worth, everything you deserve will naturally find its way to you. Keep growing, keep believing, and always know that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences are drawn to those who understand their value and live with purpose. The best version of you is waiting to emerge. And it's through these key principles that you'll unlock the strength, confidence, and peace that will lead you to everything you've ever dreamed of.